What is up, guys? Welcome to the Computer Information Highway for your Java programming tutorial number 14. In this one, we're going to be continuing on the functions we were working with earlier. Now, I'm going to show you how you can, what else you can do with functions, why they're so useful. So, remember how last time when we ran this program, it printed out what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And then it gave us an integer, and we stored the value of answer as the value of what we got from here, which was just 42. So the answer just became 42. And then we printed that out to the screen. Now, let me show you kind of something that's kind of cool. You don't need to necessarily store this in order to accomplish something like printing something out to the screen. Now, let's take this out, and rather than having answer, we're going to change this to the answer. And you'll see that this pretty much does the same thing. It's going to print out what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And then it's going to print out the answer is, and then it's going to run this function, and it's going to return the value that it came up with, which is 42. So if you see, we're going to run this. I'm hitting F6 again. It says, let me pull it up. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? And the answer is 42. So that's pretty cool. So what else can we do with this? Now, you see how, or do you remember how I was telling you last video, that print line is a function, and that you are printing out this string right here. This string of characters, you're going to print it all out to the screen and then return a new line and go down. Well, this thing in here, we call this an argument. So it takes one argument for this version of print line. It takes one argument, and that is a string, so that it knows what it's going to be printing out to the screen. So how can we make our program take an argument and return something else? Alright, so we're going to change this from int to boolean. And we're going to make this say, so we're going to make this take an int. We're going to call it subAns for like supposed answer. Sure. Alright, and then what we are going to do is we're going to be utilizing the if statement we learned earlier and like one of our earlier programming videos. So we're going to say if subAnswer is equal to 42, we're going to be returning true. If it's not, if it's anything except 42, we're going to return false. What's going on here? Why are they giving me a squiggly? The if statement is redundant. Alright. Is it because that doesn't really need to be here? Oh well. Whatever. It's not like this won't work. Oh, actually, this is unnecessary. So if this goes through here, what this is going to do is it's going to take this variable right here, subAns, and whenever we pass a variable into the function that we're calling, it's going to say, hey, is subAns the same as 42? And if it is, it's going to be true. If for some reason this is not true, it's not going to print out return true, and it's just going to print out return false. Now, you probably saw what I was doing earlier, and you can do it, you might be able to do it this way. I'm not sure if it'll error out on me. Else, return false. I guess it won't. So it might be another language that does this, but if you use an if, or else, and you put return false in it, since it's inside of a bracket, it doesn't count it as being at the end of a statement. It'll throw it as unreachable or something, because it won't reach it because it's inside of an else statement. That's in another programming language. I think that's C#, so It's not really too important. You can use it this way, I guess, in Java. But you don't necessarily have to. So, like I was saying, it's going to take subanswer, or subans, and it's going to check if subans is equal to 42. If it is, it's going to return true. And you remember Boolean returns true or false. So if this doesn't execute, it's going to return false. So I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, but the return will immediately end the function wherever it is at. It is saying, okay, we have figured out what we are supposed to return, and we do not need anything else in this program. So that's why if you run this and it returns true, it's not also going to return false and switch it to false. So let's change all of this. Actually, we're just going to change this string right here. Actually, let's change this. Is it, let's just say, is it 30? And we are going to go in here, and we're going to put 30 in here. So then we're going to have another if the answer of 30 is true. So this is going to say, it's going to run the conditional if the answer 30. So it's going to go and it's going to run through it. It's going to put 30 in for subanswer, and it's going to check to see if subanswer is equal to 42. And then you'll notice that since it's not, it should return false. So this should not return true. This should return false. If this were 42 in here, it would return true. So we're going to say if it returns true, we're going to say yes, or yeah, yes. Okay, so I think it's Alt Enter Enter. Oh, Alt Enter will tell you what it is looking for in Eclipse or in NetBeans. So if you hit Alt Enter, it'll tell you what you're missing. It's telling me that it's expecting a semicolon right at the end. So we just put that there and it puts it in. So if you ever like have something that's weird and it shows up, you can just go to the line and hit Alt Enter and it'll tell you right here what it is. So quick, easy way to fill that in for you. So, okay. So continuing on that, we're going to say else no. Alright. So let's run this and see what happens. Alright. So what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Is it 30? And it's coming out no. Like I said earlier, since it is returning false, it is going through, it's checking to see if the value is 30. Since it is not true, it's going to be printing out this line right here. So it prints out no. Now, if we were to change the value of this to 42, and now we're going to ask, is it 42? When we run this, it should say yes. So yes. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Is it 42? Yes. So since it is the same, it is returning true in here. It is returning true, so it's showing up as true, and it's printing out yes. So I only have about a minute left, so I'm going to show you one more quick thing. It won't take long. So instead of having true here, you can, since it returns a true or a false, you remember how you could do while true? Well, since this returns true or false, you can use the answer of 42. And since it's returning a true or false statement, it's going to say if it's true, it'll go through here, and if it's false, it'll go through here. So if we run this again, it still runs the same, and putting 30 in there will also run the same. Alright, well, thanks for watching. If you haven't done already, subscribe, and I'll see you in the guys' next video.